Hi, thanks for joining me today. We're going to do a gentle yoga practice, a full length gentle yoga practice, and we're going to start lying down. So go ahead and lie down on your mat and let yourself arrive. If you like, keep your knees bent. If you like, let the knees rest against each other. Take constructive rest pose. It might feel really good to let your hands rest on your belly. Let the earth receive you. Take a moment to just let the earth hold you. So today is Earth Day. We're going to work that into our practice this morning. We're going to bring in that feeling of being supported by Mother Earth. We're going to keep grounding ourselves back onto the earth, back onto the breath, to remember our support system of the earth, who is always there to support us, to be with us, to carry us, to nourish us. And our breath who is always there to be with us, to support us, to nourish us. So with your hands on your belly, begin to receive the breath under your hands. Feel the inhale coming to you, and to exhale, release and let go. The next inhale will come in and fill the belly, the rib cage, maybe coming up towards the chest. Exhale all the way back out to empty. Be with your partner, the breath. Feel how the breath has the power to always calm the overactive mind. Breath filling the belly, the rib cage, the chest. Exhale all the way back out. And maybe begin to explore turning the head gently side to side to soften your neck. As you exhale, bring the right ear towards the ground, and as you inhale, the head floats back to center, and as you exhale, bring the left ear towards the ground, side to side. And then bring the head back to center, bring the knees into the chest and hug the knees in. Maybe rock side to side with the knees. Maybe make circles with the knees to kind of massage the lower back. You can reverse the circles. And then gently roll onto the right side. Use the left hand to make your way up to a seated position. And find just a simple cross-legged position if that works for you. Perhaps removing the flesh from the sits bones. If you'd rather sit another way, allow that. And once you're sitting, allow yourself to arrive. You might even bring the hands to the front of the hip crease to kind of push down and into that place, and then lengthen the spine. Feel your breath filling the belly, the rib cage, the chest. Exhale all the way back out. Let the arms come to the sides. So you're just kind of letting your fingers resting on the floor. Your arms are making kind of an A-frame out to the side. And moving with your breath. As you exhale, start to lean a little bit towards one side. And then inhale back to center. And then exhale, lean a little bit towards the other side. Soften that elbow. Come back to center and just begin to come side to side. Maybe sliding your hand out a little bit further each time you come to that side. Stretching the side body. Eventually, as you lean to one side, let the opposite arm float up. Come alongside the ear. Perhaps keep the sits bones grounded. And then inhale back up to center and exhale the arm back down. The other arm floats up alongside the ear. Just come side to side, or keep the arms down. If it's too much for you to let the arms float overhead, just come side to side with your breath. Being very gentle and kind with your body this morning, or this afternoon or evening, wherever you are. Come back to sitting. Pause for a moment to again feel the earth under you. And then make your way into table position on hands and knees. Coming onto all fours. Again, arrive. Allow yourself that pause of arriving in a new position. And as you inhale, the heart comes forward, tailbone goes up. Let the belly drop low into the tilt like a dog. And then exhale into cat tilt like a Halloween cat. Round the spine up to the sky. And come back and forth. So you might imagine you have a big bushy tail and you're swinging it up to touch the back of the head as you inhale. And as you exhale, you're tucking that tail between your legs, and then you want to touch your nose under the body as you exhale. Come back and forth. I'm not sure I explained that visual very well, but maybe you can find your own visual and stay with the breath. Inhale back into table position, neutral spine. Pause here for a moment. The arms are elongated, your fingers are holding the mat, and as you exhale, pull the hips back towards the heels. Chest and forehead may come down. Keep pulling the tailbone towards the back of the room, and then inhale, keep the belly lifted, come back into table position. Exhale, pull the hips back, elongate the spine. Feel that deep stretch in the lower back. Inhale back up. Come back and forth at your own pace. Move as slowly and mindfully as you can. So you're not just kind of coming forward and back. You're really feeling the stretch all the way back, and then feeling the strengthening of the abdominal muscles as you come forward, and keep the abdominal muscles hugged in. Inhale into table, tuck the toes, lift the knees, make your way into downward facing dog, and just a gentle downward dog. Walking the feet, bending the knees, whatever feels good for you. Walk the feet towards the hands, coming into forward fold, and just allow yourself to hang now. Soften the knees. If it feels good, hold opposite elbows and just kind of sway side to side. And slowly come back to stillness and peel up to standing. Come all the way up, stacking vertebrae by vertebrae. Hello again. Nice to see you. Shake it out a little bit if you like. And let's come into some sun breaths. So I'm going to demonstrate using blocks today. If you don't have blocks, don't worry, try to do it without blocks. And you don't have to have blocks even, you don't have to use blocks even if you have them. So I'm just gonna put the blocks to the sides of my mat just to have them handy. And I'm going to begin in mountain pose. I'm gonna rock back and forth between the heels and the toes. Just to wake up the soles of the feet, maybe rock side to side between inside and outside edges of the feet. And finding my way back to center, pause for a moment, arrive, get long by pressing the ground away. Begin to notice your breath again. Notice the belly, the rib cage, the chest filling with the breath, and then emptying all the way back out. If you like, add the arms to the breath, bring the arms to the sides. And as you inhale, arms float out to the sides and overhead as far as they'll go. And as you exhale, arms come back down alongside the thighs. Letting your arms float at the pace of your breath, keeping your legs active. So your feet are pushing down into the ground. Your legs are pushing the ground away. So push the ground away so much that you feel your abdominal muscles engaged. So you're standing tall and using your abdominal muscles to stand tall, staying with the breath. On the exhale, the next exhale, dive all the way down into a forward fold. Keep the back flat, the knees soft, arms float out to the sides, and then just hang for a moment. Breathe. Bringing your hands to the blocks now. The blocks are kind of under the armpits. Take a big step back with the right foot and slowly sink the right knee down. You can untuck the right foot or keep the toes tucked. I'm moving my blocks back now so my blocks remain under the armpits. And I'm breathing. Maybe just bring the hips a little forward, a little back. Just a gentle hip opener. And then I'm going to bring the blocks forward again and maybe change the height of the blocks. Lean into the left foot and tuck the right toes if they're not tucked and step forward into forward fold and just pause for a moment. I'm putting the blocks to the sides, but you can keep them there. Soften your knees. And then again, peel all the way up to standing. Pause for a moment to re-arrive and then inhale, arms out to the sides. Exhale, arms back down. A couple of more sun breaths, getting taller, more engaged with the breath. Inhale, arms out to the sides and overhead. Exhale, back down. And then on the next exhale, we're going to dive down into a forward fold again. Exhale all the way down. Bring your hands to blocks at any height that feels good for you. Now step the left foot far back, sink the left knee down. Again, you can keep the left foot tucked and press out through the foot or the sole of the foot, or untuck the toes and bring the top of the foot to the mat. If you're using blocks, walk them back and breathe. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. And from here, step back into table position. The right leg goes back. The hands come flat to the floor now. Come into table, and let's do some more of those cat and cow or cat and dog tail. Inhale, a tailbone goes up. The heart comes forward, the belly goes low, and exhale, round the spine toward each other. Inhale, the heart comes forward, the tailbone goes up, and exhale, round the belly away from the mat. Make that horseshoe shape with the whole body away from the mat, back and forth at your own pace. Inhale back into table, and let's do some more of those Chakravakasana. Come back into table. Chakravakasana is just pulling the hips back, elongating the spine, keeping the navel hugged in. Come all the way into extended child, and then inhale back up into table position. Do as many of these as feels good for you. You might be moving faster than I'm guiding, but try not to just like mechanically come forward and back. Really feel the stretch, the lengthening of the spine, the engagement of the abdominal muscles, the movement at the pace of the breath. Inhale back into table position when you're ready. Fingers are fanned out. Coming back into downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift the knees and hips. Make your way up into downward dog. You can again walk it out or stay stationary. Keep pressing the floor away with all 10 fingers. The ears are between the upper arms. There's a lengthening from the top of the head to the tailbone, and then from the tailbone down to the heels. Heels are maybe probably not touching, but they're yearning towards the ground. Breathe, stay with your breath. When you're ready, walk the feet towards the hands, hanging forward fold, and just hang for a moment. If it felt good to hold opposite elbows, you can allow that again. Bend the knees, sweep the arms forward, come into a little squat, and then use the legs to stand up. Arms come overhead, exhale, hands to the chest. Pause for a moment to revive. Feel the ground under your feet. Feel the breath in your ribcage. Maybe feel the breath under your arms. Adding the arms to the breath again. Inhale, arms out to the sides and overhead. Get taller as you inhale. Stay tall as you exhale as the arms come back down. Get taller as you inhale. Push the ground away. Maybe look up. Exhale, arms back down. On the next exhale, dive down into a forward fold again. Keeping the back flat, arms out to the side, knees soft, come all the way down. Pause for a moment. Now gather the belly in, come halfway up, lengthen through the entire spine from the top of the head through the tailbone. As you exhale, come back down, keeping knees soft or even deeply bent. Inhale halfway up. Gather the belly in, lengthen from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Exhale, soften, bend the knees, soften everything. Inhale halfway up again. Stay with the breath. And exhale down. Again, use blocks or not. Step the right foot back again. Sink the right knee down again, coming into that low lunge. You can again keep the right toes tucked or press the top of the foot into the mat. You can keep the torso low this time and just kind of bring the hips forward and back a little bit to explore opening the hips, the thighs. Stay with the breath. And then coming back to stillness if you like. You can keep the hands down and stay really low like I'm guiding, or you can bring the hands to the tops of the left thigh and kind of press down into that left thigh to maybe feel the stretch more in the top, in the front of the right thigh, the right leg. You can stay here or swing the arms up into a wide V, maybe even turn the pinky fingers in. If you like, you can even look up. Keep your hips low and stay with the breath. Again, feel the breath. Maybe feel the breath under your arms. in your rib cage. Maybe all the way down in the belly. Bring the arms back down when you're ready. And then step the left foot back into table position. Pause for a moment in tabletop. Back is flat, fingers active. If you have tender knees, please put a blanket under your knees or double up the mat under your knees so your knees aren't hurting you. Send the right leg behind you, coming into balancing cat, and maybe lower the right hip a little bit so the right hip stays even with the left hip. Your gaze is down on the mat, all 10 fingers are holding the mat. Stay here, or if it works for you, lift the left arm forward, coming into full balancing cat. And breathe, stay with your breath, keeping the shoulders and the hips as even as you can. I look towards the camera, so I started to lose my balance. Stay with your breath. Bring the left arm down, bring the right knee down, pause for a moment. And then maybe just sweep the hips to the left, look to the right, sweep the hips to the right, look to the left. Come side to side, like you're wagging your tail. I'm going to do one more on each side because it feels really good. Come back to center. Pause. Make your way down onto the abdomen. Bring the hands alongside the chest. Elbows hugged in towards the rib cage like cricket legs. If your elbows are sticking up to the sky, bring them back in towards the torso, towards the rib cage. Lengthen, so slide your hands back if your elbows are sticking up out to the side. Lengthen from the toes to the top of the head. And as you inhale, imagine your chest is getting lighter and your chest starts to just loom up an inch or two. This is not like a push-up. You're not using your arms. You're strengthening the torso. Exhale, get longer as you come down. Inhale, chest and head rises. Try not to lead with the head so you're not lifting the head. You're keeping the neck in line with the rest of the spine. Exhale, get longer as you come down. And so your movements might be very, very tiny. So somebody watching might not even see your chest and head rise up as you inhale and coming back down as you exhale. Stay with your breath. Keep the pelvis grounded. Whenever you've had enough of Cobra, come into a resting pose. And you can do that by keeping the head down, making a pillow for the hands with the head. Let your body again sink onto the earth. Feel the earth supporting you. Feel the earth under you. The earth longs to hold you so your breath can fill you. The earth longs to hold you so your breath can fill you. Bring the hands back under the shoulders. Gather the belly in. Inhale back up into table position. And keep going. Pull the hips towards the heels and just pause for a moment in child's pose or extended child. You can keep the elbows lifted and lengthen from the tailbone to the top of the head. Breathe. Imagine feeling the back body expanding and contracting with the breath now. So the back of the rib cage. Again, under the arms. Inhale back up into table position. If you like, just wag your hips side to side again. Come back to table and then send the left leg behind you. You might lower the left hip a little bit so the hips stay even. All 10 fingers are holding the mat. Your breath is flowing. So if your breath is becoming short or choppy, then do a little less. You can stay here or bring the right arm forward, coming into full balancing cat. Again, stay with the breath. full deep breaths. Lengthen from the right wrist to the right ankle. Bring the right arm back down. Bring the right knee back down. Make your way into downward facing dog. Hold the mat with all 10 fingers. Tuck the toes, lift the knees and the hips, make your way up. Keep pressing into the fingers so you're not hanging out on the wrists. And breathe, stay with the breath. Allow movements if your body wants to move, bending one knee, bending the other knee. When you're ready, walk the feet towards the hands, hanging forward fold. And just pause for a moment to soften, bend the knees even more, let your head hang even more. Maybe nod the head, yes. Shake the head, no. And then bend the knees even more. Knees bent towards the center toes. Bring the arms forward. Come into a low squat. Keep the tops of the arms into the shoulder sockets. Come up to standing. Exhale, hands to the chest. One hand to the belly, one hand to the heart, and feel your breath. Feel the earth supporting you. Feel your breath filling you. And if you're not at the front of the mat, step to the front of the mat. Begin again with some sun breaths. Inhale, arms out to the sides. Maybe look up, exhale, back down. And again, inhale, arms out to the side. Feel the legs engage, the belly start to engage because the legs are engaged. On the next exhale, dive down into a forward fold again. Pause for a moment, hang. Gather the belly in, knees are soft. Inhale, halfway up, hands to shins or thighs. Lengthen from the tailbone to the top of the head. Breathe, feel the lengthening, but keep the shoulders moving away from the ears. Exhale, down into forward fold. Inhale, halfway up again. Lengthen. Feel the aliveness that the breath brings, and exhale back down. One more, halfway up. And exhale back down. And take a big step now with the left foot. Lower the left knee, coming into low lunge. Find the position that works best for you. You can stay low for now. And maybe just bring the hips a little forward, a little back to kind of play with that right hip flexor. Stay with the breath. And the next time the right knee is bent, again, you can stay low, or you can bring the hands to the fronts of the right thigh. Keep the hips low, so don't let your hips come up. Keep your hips low. Or you can bring the arms up into a wide V and breathe. Stay with the breath. If you like, look up at the place where the ceiling meets the wall in front of you. When you've had enough, bring the arms back down. Step the right foot back into table position. Pause for a moment to arrive. Let's do some more cat and dog tilts. Tailbone goes up, belly low, chest comes forward. Feel the stretch from the tailbone or from the pelvis to the top of the chest or to the rib cage, and then exhale into cat tilt. Back and forth. Some of my visuals don't seem very helpful this morning. I hope they're working better for you than they are for my brain. Come back and forth between cat and dog tilt. Inhale back into table position, neutral spine. And now send the right leg behind you. This time keep the right toes on the ground. Tuck the toes and then press out through the right foot. Lengthen from the top of the head through the right heel, coming into one-legged plank. All 10 fingers are holding the mat so you're not hanging out on the wrist. Breath is massaging up and down the spine. one-legged plank. Stay here as long as you like. Imagine the extension from the top of the head through the right heel. And imagine you're in full plank. So imagine hugging the muscles in the abdomen in towards the center line, the muscles in the chest in towards the center line, the muscles in the arms and the legs are hugged in towards the center line. Bring the right knee back down. And then sway your hips to the left, look to the right, wag your tail side to side again. Come back to stillness. When you're ready, send the left leg behind you, coming into one-legged plank again. Imagine getting longer from the top of the head through the left instep. But keep everything in your body hugged in towards the center line. So it's almost like you're shrink wrapping your body to make your muscle, to engage your muscles a little bit more. All through this, though, you're breathing naturally. You're feel how hugging the muscles in kind of strengthens the breath a little bit, gives the breath something to kind of push against a little bit. And then bring the left knee down. Make your way all the way down onto the abdomen. Pause for a moment to arrive on your belly. Bring the hands alongside the chest. Elbows are hugged in towards the rib cage. So again, if your hands are out here and your elbows are up there, or your arms are here and your elbows are there, bring your hands further back so you're really tucking the elbows like wings towards the rib cage. Lengthen from the top of the head through the tops of the feet, and then inhale, chest and head rises up. Try not to lead with the head. Once you've come up a little bit, then you can use a little bit of arm strength to come up higher if you like, and then again get longer as you come down. So the object isn't to come up as high as you can. The object is to really engage the muscles in the torso to strengthen the muscles in the torso. Stay with the breath. Move up and down as many times as you like. Keep the legs, the pelvis heavy, grounded, supported by the earth. When you've had enough, you can again rest in Advasana, making a pillow with the hands for the head, or if your neck feels like it wants some stretching, then turn your head to one side, bring the arms alongside the body. Sink down into the earth, release into the earth, release into the breath. Stay here, or if your cheek is turned to one side, you might enjoy turning it to the opposite side. And this will be your least favorite side. Just stay with it, don't force or over effort. You can always bring the head back to center if that's better. And then bring the head back to center, hands alongside the chest. Inhale up into table position and all the way up into downward facing dog. So activate all 10 fingers, lift the knees, lift the hips, walk it out if you like. And then when you're ready, walk the feet towards the hands, hanging forward fold, and just hang. Soften your knees. If it felt good to hold opposite elbows, you can do that again. And then release the elbows if you're holding them. Bend the knees deeply, sweep the arms forward, come into a squat. Press into the feet to rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to the chest. Maybe shake it out a little bit. Let's do empty coat sleeves just to loosen it up a little bit. So step the feet wider and then let the arms sway side to side, picking up the opposite heel. Ha, 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 ha. And come back to standing. Finding mountain pose, so the feet are parallel, hip distance apart from each other, or 4 to 6 inches apart from each other.
Soften the knees a little bit. I'm going to turn to the side. Soften the knees a little bit, lining up the hips over the ankles. Press down into the feet, and then with your hands to your hips, elongate from the hips to the top of the head. Breathe. You can release the arms alongside the hips, the legs. And then inhale, bring the right arm out to the side and overhead. The right arm is alongside the right ear. Press the top of the top of the arm into the ear and the ear into the arm. And then lift your left arm up and bring it to the front of the right arm. And let your right hand come down the back towards the place between the shoulder blades or towards the right shoulder. And breathe. Keep the knees a little bit soft. Keep pressing into the feet and elongate from, so you're stretching the front of the right arm. This is my arm. And breathe. Imagine you can breathe into the top of the arm. And release the left arm, release the right arm, bring it all the way back down. Maybe shake it out a little bit. Feel the stretch that you've done to the right upper arm. And then when you're ready, bring the left arm out to the side and overhead. Press the left arm into the left ear. Get taller. And then bring the right arm to the front of the left upper arm. Breathe, and then let the left arm come down towards the left shoulder. Keep the knees soft, keep pressing down into the feet, keep pressing the left ear into the left arm, keep softening so you're not torquing the neck. Maybe soften the chin towards the chest a little bit and breathe. Keep softening the left shoulder so my left shoulder is kind of melting away from the ear. Breathe. I'm trying to figure out where to put my arm so you can see my right arm. And release the right arm, release the left arm, and then shake out the left arm. Maybe just shake out the arms. Shake out both arms. Like you have water on your fingertips and you don't have a towel. Just kind of shake them out. And maybe shake out one leg as well. And breathe and smile. And then shake out the other leg. Breathe and smile. Keep shaking out the arms. Oops, I can't even balance on that leg. It's okay. And then bring it down. And then shake out your whole body. And if you like, release all those moans and groans. Just kind of shake it out. Come back to stillness when you're ready. And then bring the shoulders up to the ears. Squeeze the shoulders up to the ears. Keep pressing the feet into the ground. The knees are soft. And you're really giving yourself a turtleneck. Keep breathing. You're not holding your breath. And then take a deep inhale and sigh the shoulders away from the ears. Let's do that one more time. The best way to loosen tight shoulders is to actually tighten them. So bring the shoulders up to the ears, squeeze them up, maybe wiggle your fingertips, keep squeezing, keep pressing down into the feet, keep breathing, maybe add a smile, take a deep inhale and shake it out. Bring the hands to the shoulders now, and then start to circle your elbows, staying with the breath. You can let your torso move. Don't hold your body still. In other words, you can let your head move as well. Stay with the breath and reverse the circles, moving counterclockwise. And release the arms Anytime you like, shake it out. Let's do some hip circles. Step the feet a little bit wider. Keep the knees soft. Feel the ground, the earth under your feet, and start to circle your hips. And breathe. I was laughing at my body being kind of wobbly. You can keep the hands to the hips or just let your arms follow, and try to let the rest of your body follow the hips, so you're not just trying to move the hips, you're moving your whole body with the breath. And you can reverse the circles, moving counterclockwise. Adding a smile is always helpful. And come back to standing. And then heel toe the feet closer, coming back into mountain pose. Imagine there's a chalkboard or a whiteboard or whatever, just a flat board in front of your nose, and begin to make circles leading with the nose, following your breath. Again, you can add some movement in the body. You can even add a little bounce in the knees if you like, but try to keep the nose right in front of you. And maybe reverse the circles and breathe. Following your breath. Come back to standing, and again, shake it out if you like. Let's do some more sun breaths. Starting with the knees soft, mountain pose. Inhale, arms out to the side and overhead. Exhale all the way back down. Inhale, arms out to the side and overhead. And this time, bring the arms out to halfway and then let the right arm keep going. And then the right arm catches, the left arm comes back up. And exhale, the arms halfway down, the left arm keeps going, and the left arm comes back up and catches the right arm back up. Exhale, arms halfway down, right arm keeps going. Inhale, both arms back up. Exhale, halfway down, and left arm keeps going. Inhale, both arms overhead. One more time each side. To halfway, right arm keeps going, and then both arms, inhale all the way up. Exhale, halfway down, left arm keeps going. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, dive down into a forward fold, just hang. Inhale, halfway up, hands to shins or thighs, lengthen from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Exhale all the way down, bend the knees deeply, sweep the arms out to the sides this time, and rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to the chest. Let's do that again. Inhale, arms out to the sides. Exhale, dive all the way halfway down this time into jackknife. Keep the knees soft, extend from the tailbone to the crown of the head. And then bring the hands to the fronts of the thighs, bend the knees towards the center toes, coming into some squatting cat and dog tilts. Inhale, heart forward, tailbone up, chin up. Exhale, gather the belly in, round the head and the tailbone under into cat tilt. Inhale into dog tilt. Exhale into cat tilt at your own pace. Maybe one more of each. Inhale back into flat spine. Exhale into forward fold. Step the right foot back. Step the left foot back. Come into table. Make your way all the way down onto the abdomen. Hands alongside the chest. Let's do some more cobra. Elbows hugged in. Lengthen from the tailbone, from the pelvis to the crown of the head. Inhale, chest and head comes up. Exhale, get longer as you come down. Inhale up into table. Exhale into extended child. Inhale up into table. Maybe bring your
Hips low, your heart forward. Gather the belly in, back into table and into extended child. Inhale back up into table and downward facing dog. Walk it out. And step or jump the feet towards the hands, hanging forward fold. Hang for a moment, soften the knees. Arms sweep out to the sides, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to the chest. Good. Shake it out if you like. And let's do, in honor of Earth Day, let's do tree. So find a tree. I'm looking out my window here, and I'm not gonna do that. I'll face you. But if you can, if you see a tree somewhere nearby, find a tree and take strength from your tree. And breathe, starting with the hands to the hips. And then switch the weight to the left foot, lift the right heel. And then just lift and lower the right leg a little bit, just to explore balance on the left leg. Look at something that's not moving, so keep your eyes stationary. That's really the secret to balance. And then find your tree shape. So your tree shape might be with your right toes on the ground today. That might be perfect for you today. Or bring the right foot to the inside of the left ankle or the left calf. And breathe and smile. Allow the wobbliness. Stay here, or if you can do more, bring the arms out to the sides and make a tree branch. Make tree branches with your arms and let your branches move with the wind. You can probably see that my body is really wobbly, and that's okay. You can always come next to the wall as well. Stay with your breath. Stay with feeling the earth under your left foot. Bring the right leg down, hold your belly in your hands and allow yourself to arrive back on the earth. Bring your awareness to the soles of the feet. Soften the knees and feel the support of the earth under your feet. So stay here. When you're ready, let's come to the other side of the tree. So you can start with the hands to the hips. You can also come against the wall and just hold one hand to the wall. Shift the weight to the right foot. Lift the left heel. Allow the right knee to stay a little bit soft. And then just explore lifting and lowering the left leg to see how's balance on this side today. May be different every day. When you're ready, if you're ready, bring the left foot to the inside of the right ankle or the right calf. I hope you can see the shaking of my right thigh. And breathe. Keep the hands down or bring the arms out to the sides and stay with your breath. Keep softening the right knee so you're not hyperextending the knee. Stay with your breath and stay with the sensation of the earth supporting you. Again, it helps if your eyes are not moving. If they're moving, then it's going to make you more shaky. Breathe. If you lose your balance, it's okay. You can come back. When you've had enough, bring the left leg down, bring the arms down, hold your belly in your hands, and again, welcome the earth under your feet. Step to the front of the mat. Inhale, arms out to the sides, get tall. Exhale, dive all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up, gather the belly in, lengthen from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Exhale, all the way back down. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale, down. Again, one more time. Halfway up, get long. Exhale, down. Bend the knees, step the right foot back, step the left foot back, coming into table, and then make your way all the way down onto the back, just like we started the practice. So come down onto the back, arrive for a moment. Just like we did at the beginning of the practice, maybe take constructive rest pose, letting knees rest against each other, holding hand, belly in the hands. Feel the earth supporting you. Feel the breath supporting you. Bring the knees into the chest when you're ready. Maybe hug them in, maybe make circles with the knees or rock side to side to kind of massage the lower back. And let's come into happy baby. So happy baby, the knees are wide. The knees are to the sides of the chest. And you reach inside the legs for the insteps or the ankles or the big toes or whatever you can reach, even just the penis legs. The knees are to the sides of the chest. And then maybe stay stationary or rock side to side. Sometimes it feels nice to turn the head side to side to kind of soften the neck. Stay with your breath. Stay in happy baby as long as you like. If you want to join me in dead bug is the easiest inversion there is, that your limbs blossom up to the sky. And so now let the whole torso really feel the earth supporting your entire back. And imagine someone in the sky has invisible strings tied to your wrists and your ankles. And they're holding up your limbs for you so the backs of the shoulders are growing roots down into the earth. Your arms are getting lighter. The backs of your hips and buttocks are growing roots down into the earth. Your legs are getting lighter. Stay with your breath. This is the simplest inversion there is, and it has all the benefits of a more complicated inversion, of a more strenuous inversion. Just keeping the limbs elevated above the heart for several minutes really helps your whole body function better. So if it doesn't feel good for you to it feels really good for me to be still like this. If it doesn't feel good for you, feel free to add movements. Maybe it's nice to imagine you're doggy paddling in a lake. Imagine the clear, cool, blue water. You can scissor the legs, dysfunctional scissors and arms. You can make up a dance on the ceiling. So you can cha-cha-cha on the ceiling or just come back to stillness. So add movements. You can circle wrists and ankles. What feels good for your body? Can you be with the changing sensations in your body? This is wonderful for circulation. It's a very cleansing, nourishing thing to do. And also for Earth Day, you can really imagine growing those roots down into the earth, feeling the earth supporting your torso. Feel the earth holding you up. The earth is always there. You can't go anywhere without the earth being there to support you. You can't go anywhere without the breath being there to support you. When you're ready, take your time. When you're ready, you can bring your knees into your chest. You can again rock side to side or make circles with the knees to massage the lower back. And let your feet come down. Pause for a moment. And then step the feet wider. Bring the arms out to the sides, palms facing down. So you're making an A-frame with the arms. As you exhale, let the knees come over to the right as far as they want to go. Look over towards the left shoulder. Keep the left shoulder on the ground. And then inhale the knees and the head back to center. Exhale, knees to the left, head to the right. Keep the right, the right shoulder on the ground, knees are to the left. And come side to side. I always have to crack up at myself because I make so many mistakes. But it's okay. I can always start again, right? That's why yoga and life is a practice. It's all a practice. We never get perfect. We're always working towards being in the present moment, working towards feeling the earth and the breath supporting us. When you've had enough, bring the knees back to center. Bring the arms alongside the body. Bring your feet a comfortable distance away from the hips and about hip distance apart from each other. So you might think hip distance is out to here. I like to find the middle of the buttocks with my fingers and then line up the heels with the middle of my buttocks. So the sits bones, the pointy bones at the bottom of the buttocks line up the heels with the sits bones, arms alongside the body. Press into the feet, lift the hips up as high as they want to come. Don't let the knees splay out. And then slowly with control, bring the hips back down, the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Come up and down at your own pace. Again, take care that the knees are not splaying out. You can stay with bridge wave if you want to do a little more. You can also let the arms come overhead as the hips rise up towards the floor behind you, and as you exhale, the arms float back down as the hips come back down. See if they can land at the same time. My hips landed faster than my arms. Keep the arms moving if you like, or if that was too much for your body, then just keep the arms alongside on the floor, on the mat, pressing down. Listen to what your body wants to do. When you've had enough, pause for a moment, let the hips arrive, and then you can bring the knees into the chest again. Let's do a gentle twist. Stretch the legs out long, and then bring your right knee into the chest. Place your right foot onto the left thigh or knee, left hand to the outside of the right thigh, right arm out to the side, palm facing down on the floor. You might flex the left foot to activate the left leg. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, let the right knee come over to the left as far as it wants to go, with the back of the right shoulder staying on the ground. And breathe, and just soften into the right buttock. But don't bring the right knee over further than, don't let the right shoulder come up off the ground. So you can come further, I'm sure, if you let the right shoulder come up, but that negates the twist. So breathe. Breathe into the belly, soften the belly, soften the right hip, the right buttocks, soften the backs of the shoulders. Your head might be turned towards the right if that feels good for your body. Sometimes it's nice to just bring the head side to side to soften the neck. Stay with the breath. When you've had enough, gently roll that right hip back down, bring the right foot to the mat, bend the left knee, bring the left foot to the mat, and then square the hips and the shoulders back into the mat. And now stretch your legs out long. Bring the left knee into the chest, hug it in. Loosely place the left foot onto the right thigh or knee. Right hand comes to the outside of the left thigh. Left arm comes out to the side in an A-frame. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, let your left knee come over towards the right as far as it wants to without the left shoulder coming up off the ground. Breathe, maybe turn the head to the left. Breathe into the left buttocks, the belly, the chest. Again, if it feels good for your neck, gently turn the head side to side, soften the jaw. Let the knee hang out wherever it wants to. You're not trying to force it or over effort it. And when you've had enough, then gently roll that left hip back down, bring the left foot to the mat, bend the right knee, bring the right foot to the mat, square the hips and the buttocks back into the mat, and then maybe bring your knees into your chest. Curl up into a little ball, maybe make circles with the knees. And take a few minutes to do anything else your body wants to do. So if there's a pose that I haven't included in this practice today, allow your body to find that. It could be eye of the needle pose. It could be supported bridge with a block under your sacrum. It could be something else. Or maybe you're ready for final relaxation. So take your time. When you're ready for final relaxation, then come down onto the mat or just stay down on your back and make yourself as comfortable as you can. If you have a blanket, it's nice to cover yourself up. If you have something to support your knees, I'm gonna show you my bolster. If you have something to support your knees, it's a good idea to keep the knees bent. So if you have anything like this, just a long pillow or even a couple of bed pillows would work really well. Lie down, bring the legs over the support. Take your blanket and make yourself comfy. I'm gonna put on my shirt as well. So take a moment to let yourself arrive in your Shavasana, in your final relaxation. This is your reward for your yoga practice today. And it's really nourishing to the body and to the mind and to your spirit to just come into a comfortable space and allow your body, your mind, and your spirit to integrate this entire experience. Feel free to make any adjustments, any wiggles, any stretches. You might bring the arms. Sometimes it's nice to bring the arms out to the sides to kind of make space under the armpits. Some people love to have their hands rest on their belly, and you can allow that as well. I'm actually going to take constructive rest pose because my body says it wants that. That's letting the knees rest against each other, but just let your body come into whatever shape feels good for it right now. If you're not comfortable lying on your back, you're welcome to lie on your belly or on your side even. And again, let the earth support your whole body. Feel the earth under you. You might even imagine you're lying in soft green grass. Maybe imagine you're lying in a meadow, feeling the warm sun shining down onto your face, bringing warmth and nourishment. Maybe imagine really brightly colored flowers around you in this meadow that you're lying in this field, this garden, this yard, wherever you're lying. Feel even your breath softening. Allow yourself to arrive on the earth. Allow yourself to arrive on the verdant, green, nourishing Mother Earth. Everything around you is blooming. Maybe take a cue from nature and allow yourself to blossom, to bloom, to open as well. Rilke said, the earth is like a child that knows poems by heart. Imagine that same delight as listening to a child recite a poem. Imagine that same astonishment. Bring that astonishment to the blooming all around you. Like you can't believe that the earth remembers how to produce these gorgeous flowers, these blooming trees, this rich, vibrant grass, leaves. Let the delight of nature inform your being, inform your mind, inform your heart, allowing your heart to receive this beauty all around you, this miracle all around you. So please stay in your Shavasana as long as you like. Imagine lying in this meadow, this garden, this blooming expanse of nature as long as you like. Allowing delight, joy, and wonder to fill every pore of your being. I'm going to leave you now. And I hope to see you again soon. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.